Hello and welcome to the Cowboy4Game Yu-Gi-Oh podcast. I'm your host Jake. Today I'm joined by Ben from NolanTCG.
Hello.
And Kurt from Locals.
I'm bad at Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, we all are. But we'll get into that.
Let's start there.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, yeah. Different.
Yeah.
My week in Yu-Gi-Oh. What happened at Locals on Tuesday night?
Nothing. We
Yeah, true. We didn't go to Locals on Tuesday night. Thankfully, I played today, despite the fact that there wasn't many people at Locals because everyone went away to tournaments. I had another commitment to sort out. But, yeah, I went today, went X1, lost to Luke in the final, got ripped 2 out of my hand and was just like, okay, he ripped 2 and then ended on like Appaloosa, Baron, and the other one, and the Charles. Yeah, and like I can force every negation, I just can't push through the board once that happens, and it's like
just recycle everything.
Yeah, I ended up having 3 cards in hand starting my turn. 2 cards in hand? 4 cards in hand? I don't know. Anyway, because I used Impulse on his turn. So yeah, I had 3 cards in my hand to start my turn. And so I could, force every interaction, but then couldn't break the board. It's like, it's fine. That's not gonna happen, you know. If I could push through that, then I can push through anything. And that was it. I got a glorious $5 store credit, because there was low turnout. It was great. And yeah, that was the entirety of my week in Yu-Gi-Oh.
No Master Dualies?
No, I didn't touch it.
No?
You see, I did the whole thing of disregarded it. Completely.
There's a new pass though, with a new mate.
And I'll play it when we get close to that pass expiring.
I mean, surely it's not that far from Rescue Ace being in there.
Yeah, it was supposed to be last set, but then I skipped it. They were like, too good! Next set.
I mean, Crossout's only a 1 in Master Duel, so...
Yeah, it's fine. People can't side deck for you.
Yeah, but people main deck all kinds of cooked shit in Master Duel.
It's okay.
One-offs everything.
You lose to random ass cards, it's okay.
So, that brings us on to mine and Kurt's week. Wait, you didn't play on Tuesday either, did you?
No one went.
Yeah, no one went to Locals.
Just checking.
We gave the heads up, you know?
True.
It was also very hot.
So yeah, today Kurt and I and a couple other people from Locals went to Penrith for the OTS championships. Originally we'd been booked into Alliance, but Alliance was going to have a lot of good players, and we decided we'd put the odds in our favour a little bit and go to the store that had theirs announced later, and therefore would have less good people going.
And how did that go for you, Jake?
For me, it went terrible. So I went X4 today in the end. I probably could have dropped earlier, but I was like...
6 rounds?
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't do great.
You only lost
4 rounds.
We all says last 3.
Yeah.
It was X1 after 3, so we would have lost his last 3.
You lost your first, and then you were on the bridge of winning every game.
Yeah. So, for the most part, I lost to some bad hands. I was in a situation today where I kept drawing at least, like I'd say in each of my games, or each of my rounds rather, in one game, I drew at least one, if not both, of the 2 that do fuck all in hand.
Bofa?
Yeah, Bofa. So they did nothing. I also was in a situation a few times where I'd either draw no prosp, like combo but no prosp, or 2 to 3 prosp in the one hand.
Maybe your issue is playing prosp.
Well, that's the thing. When I had it in my hand, it was great. Because you do your thing, then you prosp, or you're not sure what your thing's going to be, you prosp a little, see what you can get, and be like, okay, this is now my line. So I like prosp. I refuse to pay the money that people are asking for them now, but I like prosp.
I had a funny thing happen today so I've changed my build up slightly, where I'm now playing 2 prosp, 2 small world. Small world, you can activate once per turn. And Luke knew I had the kaiju in my deck. So I was like, activate small. He's like, negate activation. I'm like, activate small. He negates with the Baron. And I was like, good thing I opened both my small worlds.
Now I continued a combo. Yeah, and then a couple of interactions I lost purely because I just didn't think. The main one was I was versing Drytron in, I think it was the 4th round, and he set up his thing and then whacked down deck lockdown. So 2 things about that. Well, one thing really. I didn't realize it also stopped you summoning from deck. I assumed it was just the search. So I was like, okay, yeah, normal tour guide. And I was like, yeah, try to use effect. He's like, no. I was like, But this all could have been avoided if I'd done the thing that I've told myself to do so many times when it comes to games 2 and 3 when I side in Nibiru because I Nibiru'd him.
You didn't put it in attack.
I didn't put it in attack.
Yeah.
And if I'd just crashed into the token and then dropped the evenly that I had in my hand, deck lockdown wouldn't have been a problem.
Unless he kept the deck
Unless
lockdown.
he kept it, yeah.
You can't when you have a token.
Oh, yeah, true. Yeah, why are you doing that?
You did what
I
I did.
forgot.
doing that, Jake?
I forgot. See, the issue is as well that I haven't played this variant of the deck for very long. I literally picked up the pieces. Like I played a Thursday locals with it, and like it was a 2-round thing, and none of the matchups mattered. And even then, I changed it from that to other stuff. So like it's very new to me. So I'm still learning the lines and the best interactions. And because of that, I'm distracted on the simple shit of leave the Nibiru token in attack mode. But yeah, like it was a learning experience. It's still super early in the season as well, so there's plenty of opportunity for me to get an invite later down the line. I just feel a little bit sheepish for the missteps that I made that maybe could have got me to game.
Also, the OTS championships are only having 4 invites, despite the fact
A
that
little bit cringe.
you end up with 60 fucking players at probably both Alliance
Yes.
and Penrith today.
Yes.
It's like maybe give out like 4 per, like 1 per 4 entrants.
Yeah, the
or
fact there's no
something.
scaling, it's just if the store wishes to have 100, you're still just getting 4.
Yeah, like I'd rather just wait for the regional season and
That's
commit to that.
issue with Orange. Because they have a soft cap of 64.
But isn't
that's
that an
fine.
actual regional?
It's an actual regional, yeah.
Yeah, but... so we'll get... If there's
It's
like
80
100,
invites.
If
there'll
you
be
get
like...
50 billion, you'll get more invites.
Oh, okay. That's my bad. Then,
I
yeah.
think it's still 8.
I think there is a point where you can
It's-
get to more, but
I think
like
that's
in Australia,
126.
it's pretty much impossible.
Yeah, it's 126, and then you get 16 invites.
Okay.
But that's not going to happen because it's in regional New South Wales.
Yeah.
Like super regional New South Wales.
It's 1 invite to 8 after you go past 64 or something like that. I don't know.
Okay.
Anywho, yeah, so learning experience if nothing else today,
Yeah.
and fun trip with Da Boys. Kurt, how was yours?
God awful. Game. Well, I went with Sword Soul because it was the same place where I got my invite for Brisbane a couple months ago. So I was like, I'll bring the same deck.
But in that instance, there was 32 invites
Yeah,
versus
that
the
is
4
true.
that there was today.
Game 1, I versed Dragon Link, and round one, game 1, I Baron passed with 2 books. Baron gets impermed. I'm like, okay, well, this is over. Round 2, pretty much the same. Baron pass. I have 7 non-engine cards,
Can you not...
and I bricked on them.
I'm not sure if this is legal, but can you not just, like, Baron negate something after it's been impermed and then book it?
It's still under the effects of Imperm. So even if it gets flipped down, because Imperm has already placed
Resolved
its
and
effect
targeted.
and resolved.
Okay. Okay, sure.
Yeah, like I was just bad luck there. He ended up winning game 3 because of game 2 just kept on going Baron pass. Just
Yeah.
beat down.
Yeah.
Game 3, good hand, needed emergence, got emergence, fragrance. Game over. So he lost round 1.
So what I'm hearing is you don't play enough quick play engine searches.
Oh yeah, all those quick play searches for Sword Soul.
Sword, there's none.
There's the Dragon Souls one. That's like add and then tribute one.
Yeah, but you need to have a monster on board.
Yeah, tributes a monster on the board, so he doesn't have
Oh,
a quick
it's
summon worm.
fine. Summon something.
A worm that summons as cost to then quick play tribute it to search.
Game 2, versus Cash. That deck can go.
It is.
It is.
In
Just tomorrow.
several hours.
Well, the thing is...
Oh, wait, no. By the time you're listening, it's already dead.
That's
Huzzah!
true.
There's also an OCG ban list by the time you're listening to this.
People
true.
who
I
are
can't believe they banned Rescue Ace.
People
They
who are
will.
going to be on copium of Cash, I'm going to hate them even more.
Yeah, it's gonna become a blind second deck.
It's,
No. It's going to become... I'm playing 15 floodgates with all my monsters.
Well, it's one of the two, right? Like, it already had a pretty decent OTK under 4 summons, so it's just going to be either I'm going to play like a bunch of board breakers and then summon a bunch of cash and then kill you, or I'm going to summon a bunch of cash and then just floodgate the fuck out of you.
Yeah.
Cash Player 2 owed me. Game 1, he shifted, Ash nibbed
Yep.
me. Game 2, he nibbed me, so I then just passed on Chi-Shao because I ended up having the tennies to keep going. And then following turn, I was able to stop him. My turn, go off, nibbed again. I'm like, okay, done. I'm X2 at this point. I'm like, okay, I will just... Oh, funny thing is, first game, table 26. Round 2, table 26.
Round 3?
Table 26.
Woo!
I sat in the same chair all 3 times.
Only up from here.
Sword Soul mirror match. And I lose it. I played my... I don't know what went wrong. I don't like Sword Soul. I don't like the game.
Welcome to you.
The game sucks.
I think the game's great right now. Because I'm winning.
It has to be said, though, and I think I've said this before, you have a very nostalgic mindset when it comes to this game. Like, you put a lot of emphasis on things you've done before and you continue to go back to them.
Which is strange for someone that's only been playing competitively for like a year and a half.
Yeah. Like, when it comes to events, you tend to only play decks that you've done well with in the past.
True.
It's time to branch out. It's time to do some new stuff.
I can see it ticking over his head right now. He's like, but if I play tier...
He's tossing up between tier and for high runic sprite next week.
That's okay. That's okay. It's orange.
So
You get some random shit in orange, so you gotta be ready to cover off on that.
So the thing I'm going to say in advance of your next
Next
deck
weekend.
choices, well, not even next weekend, just whatever you do moving forward, branch out. The main thing I want to say though is
Play tier.
do not play tier in decks that involve the graveyard. I know you want to play it in Horus. It's not good in Horus. Please don't.
Play tier.
Do not.
Yeah. Why is it bad in tier?
Because
In
it
Horus.
doesn't do the thing you think it does.
It mills.
Not the way you want it to.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, it's fine.
You get zombie vampire out.
You get grass.
If you're depending on zombie vampire to do your thing, you've already lost.
Nah, I want
If you're relying on Horus to do your thing, you've already
Chaos
lost.
Ruler back.
Horus is fine if you play it properly.
Runic horrors.
Let's not look at OCG recaps.
How many times have we said on this podcast you cannot use the OCG to dictate what happens in the TCG?
No. But that's if something's good. If something's
The same
bad,
thing can be said for something bad.
Name
like
a bad deck that's good in the OCG.
fucking what?
Name a deck that's bad in the OCG that's good in TCG.
Unchained.
Oh, damn, you said it. I don't think you would.
Of course I. Are you kidding?
I thought
You
it was...
shat on that deck all the time it was in the OCG,
Yeah,
and here it's tier 1.
I've lost to it once.
You haven't versed a competent player yet.
Said the thing.
I've been saying it the entire
I am
time.
super
I'm not-
worried that I'm going to come
Yeah,
up against
good.
the good Unchained player in Orange and just get fucking destroyed.
So as I said, I've only just got a competent list together. So you've been versing pure Unchained for quite a while, and you've gotten too comfortable.
Yeah, it
And
upsets
I hope you
me.
get fucking dunked on.
I'm going to blame you.
Good, do that.
Suffering for
I
success.
don't give a fuck.
It's all Jake's fault. We don't get good testing in because Jake plays suboptimal lists.
Well, the list is fixed now, so Tuesday you'll have a chance,
Jake-
assuming that we verse, because we will.
Jake puts his decks together and goes,
beat Jake
but I like this.
That is pretty much what I do, yeah.
I can never beat Jake because he doesn't play the optimal.
Yeah.
He plays random.
That speaks
Yep.
poorly to you.
You hold your
Him-
hand traps for
No,
the disruption.
I
he
know the
doesn't push
actual-
on the line.
Him whinging that I'm not playing a good list and he always wins is very different to you saying that I play a bad list and you'd lose to it. That reflects poorly on you and not on me, sir.
The awkward
know
thing
I'm
is,
bad.
I said good day.
remember when I said that Jake hadn't been yelling for the past few weeks, so it didn't fucking count.
Now I'm under attack.
Settle.
The best defense is offense.
I apologise to the listeners for the mic pops that just occurred.
I don't. You knew what this was. Anyway, let's get into some news, of which there's not a lot.
That's okay. There's going to be a ban list.
I mean, for the OTG,
Yeah,
but not today.
in 2 hours. Sorry.
Actually in 2 hours?
Yeah, it drops at 10 o'clock.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh,
Why didn't
we
we
should
do
have
this
waited.
2 hours ago then?
Because then I don't get this edited until like 1 in the morning and I have work tomorrow.
Ah, yeah, fair. I kind of want to go home.
So anyway, in Master Duel currently we are into the Fusion and Xyz Festival. Ben, I know you're not playing. Kurt, I know you're not playing. What I decided to play was Spriggan's Time Thief.
You told me about this.
I did.
I gave you the credit of thinking you were playing this in the actual ladder, and I was like, "The
Oh,
fuck is
absolutely.
wrong with him?"
No. I'm playing the blue cards in the ladder.
Yeah.
Your extra deck, put it in the bin.
Dog man, shit deck.
Garbage.
So I watched I watched one combo video on YouTube to build the deck. I've been able to build about half the boards that it has shown me, but that has been enough.
Yeah.
Most people look at the fact that things are happening, and because
You
it's
can
Master
see-
Duel and the time versus gem equivalent's not there to be like, oh, I wonder if he'll fuck up this play. It just isn't there. So by about the 6th or 7th summon of a random Spriggans or Time Thief or whatever, they just go, nah, I'm done.
Yeah, bye.
I'm out.
I will work it out at some point. I really should, because I crafted a lot of URs for that deck.
Yeah, that's
Actually, no,
Fine.
sorry, not a lot of URs. It was just the extra deck URs. Like, the main deck had 3.
Maxi,
all
Maxi,
extra
Maxi.
shit.
I'm assuming you're playing like Therian King Regulus and shit, though. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And that's all. That Therian King Regulus line is probably you are in the extra deck.
Well, no. Well, yeah, it
Sartorius
probably is.
and-
But I already had Champion Sagas from PAX in Royal Rare, and that was part of the reason why I decided
Royal
to...
Rare. He even flourished his hand. He's like, in Royal Rare?
Well, yeah, it searches the king.
Don't you
Actually,
have
most of the
Ricolas
ti-
in Royal Rare?
I do have Ricalos
Yeah.
in Royal Rare. Yeah.
More royalty.
And Tyrellman Scream. I tried to get Kikalos, but it just wasn't happening for me. So yeah, I was playing that, having fun. I was pretty much like right at the end of it, and as I was like collecting some gems, I noticed that it has a like gem reward thing for the number of fusion monsters you make, but not for Xyz. And I was like, well, I'm just leaving gems on the table at this point. So I pivoted, and I'm now playing Branded. Because I had that ready.
I was going to say, you would have already had that built.
Well,
Why
I
not
had
just play that from the
most.
start?
I had most of the new stuff. Well, that's the thing. I like to play different decks. I know you don't understand this concept, but on Master Duel, I like variety. Also, you have fluff in your hair.
Yeah, I've had fluff in my hair like in Arena Swords all day.
But yeah, I like your hair's another whole nother story. So
He wasn't talking about that.
I
He was
wasn't
talking
talking about that.
his deck
I was
choices
saying
and
that
changing.
I don't like. I like playing the same deck.
yeah, that's been demonstrated. We literally talked about it
Kurt
about
just
5
has
minutes ago.
frustrated Yu-Gi-Oh player
What's wrong with my
hair.
hair?
It was very all over the place from you'd clearly been sitting here all day like, why are my combos not resolving?
Why do they keep embalming Mogi?
That's just the hat.
Yeah, so I've pivoted over to that. The first couple of duels, I didn't realise I wasn't playing with like
you're fine.
Cartesia and shit like that, but I still won them. But now I am playing Cartesia and everything's fine. Yeah. But in order to celebrate the release of the festival, they also released the Ninja Starter Deck
Oh, yay.
because they have fusions.
Why do they release starter decks for like every random deck that
They
I play?
do
Blackwing.
choose really random archetypes to make structure decks for,
And they all
like the
seem to-
spell books and the dragon maids and
Yeah.
yeah,
They all seem to be things that I play though.
yeah, a little bit. Actually, yeah.
Maybe Jerome's doing it. You think you can suck up to me, Jerome?
You were looking for any excuse to bring up Jerome. You're like, it's been 15 minutes. I haven't called out Jerome.
Kiss us?
But in addition to that, we also have a new mate in Ninja Grandmaster Hanzo.
Yes.
He looks cool. He does a thing.
Yeah, we knew this last week, but you didn't want to talk about it.
No, we didn't. But we also have No, did I announce this last week? I think I did. But the reward for the Xyz Infusion Festival is a Grave and Banished Surround of Predaplant Chimera Rafflesia. I have a picture of it here. It is haunting.
I don't even know what that card is.
Yeah.
You do know
Predaplant Chimera.
Chimera Rafflesia. You know what it is.
Rafflesia?
No.
It's
Predaplant,
Chimera
Chimera Rafflesia.
Chimera and Trap Trick combined.
Yes.
That's why it's a fusion.
I'm sure there's a picture of it here somewhere, but
That's
I'm
a
not
fact.
Is it the three-headed,
seeing
like,
it.
big...
That's Triv.
No, yeah, okay. So, I don't know what this is.
It's in here somewhere.
I'll find out later when I care.
Ah, there it is. That one.
Oh, okay. It's the plant one.
Yeah, I really don't like looking at it. It scares me. I'm not about it. But
that's cool.
It's there if people want it.
I like it.
Snappy.
The loan decks for it were Lunar Light, the Wondrous Wings of Nightmare, Raid Raptors, and some Pendulum Nonsense.
Name the name for Pendulum Nonsense. You name the name for Raid Raptors. Say the Pendulum name.
Beautiful and Indomitable Eyes.
There you go. For those that were curious at home.
Oh, and I didn't say the Lunar Light one. Dancing King of Beasts.
I thought it was going to say fuckable.
He's been away from his dragons too long. He's just gone back to standard furry instead of a scaly. Moving on from that, because frankly, yeah. In the OCG, there's many things happening.
It's Jerome's favourite.
What?
Nothing.
So in the
Listen
OCG, they have they're calling it Satellite Shop, and I'm assuming it's like pop-up shop.
Yeah.
Yeah. That has some
They
custom tokens.
really like those. What do they got?
Well, I'm about to read them out for you.
There is...
When's the satellite shot running? We've got correspondence in Japan right now.
I don't know if there's a date.
There's two actual tokens that make sense.
Yeah,
Are they...
The tokens are all like random.
Yeah, the artwork for them, there's very
Golden
few
Lord.
that act.
Why?
Let me get into a shop.
I'm sorry.
So you've got Caesar Valius from Vanquished Soul. You've got Witchcrafter Madame Ver. You've got Eldritch Golden Lord, but not Sassy Lord, which angers me. You've got House Dragon Maid. You've got the Evil Twin Lesbians. You've got Ohime Manifested Makunko. You've got Yoko the Graceful Mayakashi. Do Sulphur called Coolia. Lovely Lady Labyrinth of the Silver Castle. Raphael, Champion for High. Rite of Aramis. Tick. Needs a token. Perfect. Great. And the Weather Painter Rainbow.
You're right. None of that makes sense.
Only one of these decks
any
needs a
sense.
token within the artwork.
Where's the Sword Soul token?
They're really random choices. Really
Yeah.
random. I appreciate that they've made the effort for the OCG,
Sword
but
Soul,
it'd be
Double
nice
Dragon.
if they were
When are the shops
coherent.
running, Jake?
There's no date.
Or maybe they're open now. I don't know. Sure.
Konami satellite shops throughout Japan. Stores are giving out. Yeah, there's no date on this at all, so I
Must be
can't
doing it now.
inform your person over there when he can get them, because he probably
Okay.
can't. And
You got me to
also,
hook up on the
you'd only want
pearly sleeves today, so pearly sleeves incoming.
Also, you'd only want the House Dragon Maid, and even then, why would you want it?
Yeah, exactly. If these were actually good tokens, I would be like, hey, can you get these for me?
Exactly. Like,
No.
they're so random. But, again, I appreciate that they've at least put an effort in. But coming back to the TCG, we have a new side set being announced. Maze of Millennia. We're out of the Maze of Mystery. Or what was it called?
Memories.
Memories, that's one. Yes.
I don't like that this is probably replacing our Dragons of Legend.
I mean, time frame for it,
Legend.
it's already past that. It's just falling into, like, the...
This is replacing our March reprint set.
Well, when's the release for it? Have they got an announcement
we're getting
for
a
the
Battle of
release?
Islands.
We're getting a Battle of Legends collection.
So this one's coming out in January 2024.
Okay. Interesting. Weird that they've announced stuff that comes after this months ago.
But anyway, as for things that are in it, it's a lot of the stuff that was announced in the Anime Chronicles, as far as I can work out. So you've got the
well,
Eye of
it's just like
Illusion,
last
which
time.
is
Yeah.
random illusion support no one cares about. The new Dark World Fusion,
Yep.
which is kind of bonkers. The Bonfire search spell's in there, though,
Yeah.
just to break it up and make us spend more money, as it is.
Search Pyro Monsters.
That Synchro and Fusion
get me
archetype,
on
the Earthbounds, that's going to be in here.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to that because it can do some kind of bonkers stuff. That rank 8 that like equips stuff from the opponent's extra deck. The Infection Buzz King.
Okay.
Transaction Rollback, that's the card that's like pay half your life points and copy a trap effect in the graveyard. Not particularly great, but there will be players that use it.
Those players will be playing Dynamorphia.
More than likely. So at the moment, the breakdown seems to be 11 ultras, 16 supers, and 57 rares, and quarter century secret rare, and 16 of the cards in the set will also be available as collector's rares. So just one QCR in the set.
One Quartzy.
Yeah, one quartzy raresies.
that'll-
One foil card
problems.
per pack, and then 6 rares, so 7 cards in total.
Yeah, it's just the standard rare set.
Yep.
I hate those
Did you
sets.
say that
Little bit.
Warrior was going to use Old
I didn't, because nothing that I read indicated as such.
Something Kurt read indicated as such. Do your job, Jake.
I'm
You're
doing
supposed
my
to be
job.
the news man here.
It doesn't have
Here's
it on,
Kurt breaking the
doesn't
news.
have it on my fucking thing.
Alt Art Junk Warrior. Come on now, we're sitting near you.
Kind of nice, actually. That's normal.
I was gonna say that's the.
That is the standard art.
I don't like that art.
No. The background to monster ratio is off, and he's doing
That
a
is
weird
true.
star pose.
I actually also think that's the art for another card.
No,
Yeah,
it is.
I think
It is it.
It's that's also that art is
That-
also on Synchronize, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Wait. That's
Going back over to the OCG, they have the world premiere pack coming out in a little while. I think we announced last week that they're getting all of the stuff that was in our tins like rushed out, the 3 new exclusive cards.
Yeah, that's what happens.
None of them are particularly impactful, so it's not that important.
They did this last time when they were particularly impactful, and we got our world exclusive Nibiru, and they were like,
True.
exclusive for 2 weeks. Here you go.
It's mine, give it to me. But in their world premiere pack this year, as a quarter century rare, they're getting the Dark Magician Girl in the TCG and Korean artwork, which is like the sort of neon love heart.
The censored artwork.
Is it censored? Oh, well, I mean, it's always censored with DMG, let's be real. But yeah, they're getting that as a quarter century rare. If we got anything like that, the weebs would lose their mind. We haven't actually got one yet, which surprises me. Like,
They're holding on to it, Jake. They're gonna slip it into a set, and people are gonna lose their minds.
It's true, they will. And then we have the announcement of the next main set. This is Legacy of Destruction, scheduled for release in the OCG on January 27th. No details really at this stage. They're saying there's new and existing themes, standard sort of nonsense. They're still doing the quarter century rares over there at that point.
What if we're just doing quarter century rares forever?
Makes them a little less special if the 25th anniversary runs for another 7 years.
They'll run for another 25 years, and they'll be like, oh, now
50th,
it's a
whee!
50th anniversary raresies.
What would they go? They wouldn't go back to Starlight, would they?
Hopefully.
I would want them to, but
Hopefully they do.
one thing they could do is gauge the interest of the rarity collection, see what people are liking from that, so whether they do just stick with Starlight Rares or they switch over to Prismatic Starlight Rares,
I don't
rares,
like
or the new
those.
Ultra Rare. You haven't seen them yet, so shut up.
They're the same. They literally said in the press release they're doing the Japanese ones.
Yeah,
and I don't like them.
But even then, our secrets and America's secrets look different. Our ultis and their ultis look different.
If they're the same as the Japanese ones, there's just too much.
Just wait until you see what they look like. You may
Okay,
like
okay.
them. Okay?
I'm going to pull one. It's going to look the same, and I'm going to throw it at you.
Good. And I'll take it.
Okay.
I really need my sister
I'm
to
gonna
sort
do
out
it.
tax, actually, so I can think of buying a case, which I've wanted to do since they announced it.
Imagine not just doing your own tax.
Well, she used to work for the ATO. She can do all the loopy-holey things. For legal reasons, that's a joke. Not much else in the way of news, but I suppose we didn't really break down YCS Cancun much, did we? But
Unchained lost.
it did.
Rescue Ace made the final and lost to Flandres. I don't get how. But who knows? It wasn't streamed, so...
Yeah, I didn't really have time to read
Wasn't
the
even
novel of the
blogged.
coverage. I swear there was written coverage, wasn't there?
Nah, I asked someone to provide me with a blog, and they were like, nah, not blogged. And I was like, damn, I wanted to read a blog in 2023. The one time I've wanted to read a blog this century. Fucking blogs. Fuck you, Jerome. Stream it.
It is a bit shit. Like, you have so much ability to do it, you just go, oh, it's too hard. No one's going to watch it because of the time difference and bing. Just
Well-
fucking do it.
The time difference doesn't really mean anything because
Well, their justification is that not as many people will be watching as if it was in the US or the UK. But realistically, it's just
in
too
Mexico.
hard basket. Yeah, I know.
It's the same time zone as North America.
They're just saying that their usual justification is that it's too hard. I mean, the time difference is wrong.
not enough
but
good
it's
players.
just
I would
too
like to
difficult.
argue that it's because they don't know how to smuggle things across the border. YCS Niagara? Sorry, can't figure out how to get stuff across the border. This one? Sorry, can't figure out how to get stuff across the border.
True.
It's the Americans. Personally, I blame Trump. He built walls on either side of America, and
My
now
twin brother.
Konami tech people get to the border and they're like, I just can't get it over this wall. Damn.
Couldn't possibly just take it through customs.
Mate, you don't take things through customs into Mexico.
No, you don't take things through customs out of Mexico.
True.
Yeah.
I wish to apologise to all of our Mexican viewers. We understand that you aren't complete smugglers in any way. It's
Nobody
just
said
funny.
that.
We're implying that the people that work for Konami are.
And Jerome.
And you, Jerome!
He's saying sorry to Jerome.
I
I'm
mean,
not apologising to Jerome.
he was apologising to the Mexicans.
Yes, not to Jerome. It's Jerome's fault.
Moving on to question for this week.
Oh, damn. Short
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah, very short podcast this week. Ask us some more questions, please. But if you weren't aware, Discord will be in the link below. Feel free to jump in, say hi, and ask us questions. Our question this week comes to us from Jesse. Will Danger Orcus ever be good again? It could be if they just gave us back.
Whose fault's that?
Jerome! You bitch!
You didn't need to yell it that loud. But yes.
I want him to hear me. Because he will have heard your abuse, walked away from the, I don't know, like
computer.
massive fat TV that he has from the 1980s because he's too cheap ass to buy a flat screen.
I can imagine Jerome just like chilling with his old fashioned tech, just being like, but I like this.
These people are abusing me. I'm going to go change the channel. Has to get up and flick the dial. Okay, so couple things with this question because I feel like it's directed at me.
It is.
So, Harp doesn't necessarily need to come off the list. It can work without it, but it just makes things a fuck ton easier. It's not hurting anyone. Just give us a 1. Like, it's fine. No one will die if Harp comes back to 1.
Is Harp searchable?
Yes.
I mean,
you
it's
can summon it. You can dump it.
Bring it to one.
You can do whatever you want with it.
Test it.
You can loop it.
yeah. Like if you're gonna bring back Dryden, bring back Harp for fuck's sake.
Also,
they
bring
banned
back
Dryden.
Kit.
Yeah, and that's fine. They brought it back. They realized it was a mistake, and then they banned it again. That's all I'm asking for. If Harp becomes a
They
problem,
also hit Barrage, didn't they?
yes.
Okay. I always forget that they did Barrage as well.
They hit Red Lotus, brought it back, sent it again.
Red Lotus.
Pointer.
Oh, a pointer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a pointer.
Did they bring it back?
They brought it back. I played it for.
Oh, it was ages ago they brought it back.
Oh, I never realised that.
Are you sure?
No, hang on, no. It
was
wasn't.
only
It was never
recent.
hit on the list. It was just super hard to get, and it was a bit
Yeah,
of an
no one,
obscure
like, ever
tech card.
played it.
And then it just became a thing of like, oh yeah, it's super important that I know exactly what my opponent's going to do. I'm going to pay 2,000 life points
Just have a
to
look.
have a peeky.
I thought it was banned.
Nah.
No.
Okay.
It just only ever had one print, and there were formats where people would just start playing it, and everyone was like,
Yeah,
That's
this card's
really good.
annoying.
that's great, but I can't get this card.
And then it got reprinted in Mavens, right?
Dude, they reprinted it like 3 times.
Yeah, it was an OTS Super. It was in. Was it in Mavens?
I printed it into the ground, and then they banned it.
Yeah,
Or
standard.
banned it,
Standard
or whatever
colour.
they did.
It was in one of those.
Except for a Rise Hard. So yeah, give us back Harp. If it's a problem, ban it. Secondly, I will be working once Age of Overlord comes out on a new list. It's not strictly Orcust at the moment, but I may make it Orcust. The Snack Knights.
Snake Knights.
Okay, so I'm just gonna play Shifter? Okay.
Snake.
I mean, you can. The Mech Knights don't care about Shifter.
Yeah, but the stuff that's going into the graveyard does.
That's fine. It is okay.
Shifter shit. Ban it.
But here we are. Ban list going into effect tomorrow, and it's not.
Yeah, the ban list sucks.
Oh yeah. Side note: can people in groups of like the duelist pages stop talking about a ban list for decks when there's about to be a ban list put into effect?
Yeah.
We're another 2.5 months away from whinging about ban lists. Shut the fuck up.
Get
It's
with the
really
program.
annoying. So annoying.
You're not getting your ban list for a while.
No, well,
It's
my deck.
Christmas.
That's the thing. My deck is going to fall off the radar by the time the new set comes out.
Yeah, everyone's side's super.
Oh, it's ridiculous. Today, so many side cards for just
Deck
my
lockdown.
Yeah, that kind of fucked me. But as I said, if I'd done the thing that
Deck
I've told
lockdown
myself,
both players.
yes,
And it has a maintenance cost, doesn't it?
it's not a maintenance cost. It's like during the second standby phase of your thing that it's active, it falls
Blows
away.
up. Okay. Okay, sure. So it's effective for your opponent's turn, then back for your turn, then it goes.
Yes.
Okay, sure.
And the thing about it, like, it doesn't have one of those things where it's like you have to play it at like the start of your main phase, so you can just
Combo
vomit
off.
out your board and then go,
Slap.
oh, no more searches now.
Yeah. I feel like that would also probably hurt Rescue Ace. Like, of course it would hurt Rescue Ace because you can't fucking search, but
And you can't summon from the deck.
you can set from deck. But I don't think
It
there's a
wouldn't-
way to actually get there.
I was going to say, you'd have to have opened absolutely perfectly.
You'd have to open, like, the Reborn spell, Turb, and the Link one, and the level 1. And even then, like, one of the cards you're setting from deck is useless. Yeah. There we are.
Anywho, so yeah, once Age of Overlord comes out, I will work on some funny business. Hopefully, we see a profile of it. We'll see how we go. But yeah, that pretty much concludes us for this evening. If you are watching us on YouTube, feel free to subscribe. If you are watching on Discord, Bragg has asked if you could give us 5-star reviews or favorite us. Either one is very helpful. Jump into our Discord, ask us some questions for next week, and we will catch you all then. Peace.
Bye.
Oh, before bye. These guys are going to be in Orange this coming Saturday for the regional, so feel free to go say hi, ask Ben for an autograph.
An autograph?
Autograph.
Tell me to play a different deck.
Yeah, tell Kurt where he should play.
Yeah, actually,
Comments.
put it in the Discord.
Did this one before. You'll have a panic.
Yeah. Catches.
Tell me what the fuck.